Hey everybody, Anna Sabramowicz here. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today, I want to share something, and it might upset some of you, and rightly so. All right, so recently read a study by Harvard Business Review, I believe, and if you guys want to, look that up later, go for it. So the stats came back as only 1 out of 5 people would recommend the learning and development, basically opportunities at their workplace, and half of the people would blatantly, like, just completely not recommend them at all. And when you read something like that, being in our industry, it really, as far as I'm concerned, makes me angry. I don't know what other feelings you have about it, but if you have feelings about it, please post them in the comments. What are the feelings that are coming up for you when you hear that half of the people in corporate L&D, the learners, half of them would be like, no way, no freaking way, I don't want it. It's not good. I wouldn't recommend it. Don't even bother. Go someplace else. Like, this is our work. This is the stuff we're putting out. And for me, it makes me angry, but also the other things that it does is it makes me extremely disappointed and frustrated for the people who are working, who are putting out this stuff, because, like, you know, this is the love of my life. This is what I love to do. And imagine being a movie director and constantly putting out duds, right? And everybody's coming back on Rotten Tomatoes going, 12%. I mean, after about 3 or 4 of those, I'd be like, what is going on? Am I in the right place? Is something wrong with me? Like, really, you start questioning yourself, right? Especially now you're just like working against, everybody's like pointing this in your face, and you're just working against those stats, right? Like, I add value, things I do have meaning, and they change people's lives, right? So by the way, I do have a live webinar coming up. So if you want to sign up for it, go to elearningsecrets.com. If somebody would be helpful and thankful enough to put that in the comments for me, that would be wonderful, so people could just click on that link. But there, sign up for that webinar. I'm putting it on. You're going to love it. It's going to be more of this, but more in depth. So here's what I'm going to tell you. How to have more impact. The reason that half of that stuff that we put out there is not wanted and not needed is because we've been sold a little bit of a lie. And I'm here to tell you, it's actually not your fault. It's the fact that there's these ideas out there that are prevalent, that we've borrowed from, that are just ineffective for us. Here's 2 of them. Oh, 2 ideas that suck, that help this and basically mess us up. One of them is the academic model of learning, which is, what do they have to know? Which basically ends up being, let's be honest, content dumps. So we've got this model. Why do we have this model? Because people in academia are teaching, and then they go and teach instructional design courses, and what do they teach? What they know, which is the academic model, not how to teach in the corporate world to adults who need to accomplish tasks. So we create a bunch of content dumps. Then where does our innovation come from? The software part, right? Software. Now, instead of the innovation being innovation, what do we get? We get more of a how to make this faster, how to make conversion faster. In essence, how do you take this, which is substandard already, and how do we turn it into this? And then we wonder why half of the people that we're actually trying to impact and are trying to use their time wisely, the little bit that they got, and then you're frustrated. Of course you're frustrated. Of course you're disappointed. Stuff like that comes out. It's like, half of the people that you're producing things for, 50% of them would not even say you should even look at the content because they're not happy with it. That sucks. That makes me angry, and I'm so disappointed because that's not the industry I want to be in. I want to be in the place where things happen, where change happens. So you might be saying, okay, Anna, that's good for you to say. What can we do? Here, I've got some ideas. And that's what I wanted to leave you with today. Get you all charged up, fired up, ready to go, and ready to have some ideas. I want you to think about this, percolate on it. If you want to learn more, go to elearningsecrets.com. You are going to love what I have to share there. Going to be the same kind of passion and excitement, and you get to engage with me more because it's an actual webinar. So here's the thing. Maybe three major things, okay? And I'm just going to put them out like this. Three major things. The first thing is you have to make people aware there's a different way of doing things. There's a lot of great content out there. People don't look for content, people don't look for resources unless they perceive a gap. They perceive that there's something out there that they don't know. So they have to perceive that gap. I'm gonna try to spell perceive without spell check. Oh my goodness. Perceive a gap. Which means that they see the need. Like, ooh, whoa, that's completely, I didn't even know that existed. Because a lot of the adults around us, like, you'll be like, oh, that person, like, we judge. We do a lot of that judging where we're like walking around going, oh, that person doesn't even know that they should be, putting their flicker on, or they could be doing that 10 times more efficiently if they just knew this simple formula for Excel. You're just a dum-dum. No, they're not. They're an adult who's tried to simplify their life through patterns and all the behaviors that they've done. So far, it's worked for them. So the only way that they'll engage with what you have is if they believe that there's a gap that they have. That they could be doing things better because they want to be more efficient or more happy or less anxious, whatever it is, right? So first you have to show them that there's a gap, there's a difference, there's a better way. Because most people will go for it if they just knew, but most don't know. So we have to assume they don't know and show them this way. Now this is what's cool. Not only do they perceive a gap, you have to show them a better way. Like not just a better way, but what it's going to be like in the future for them. There's got to be you got to sell them on the future. Like, this could be you. Like, if the future sucks, or most people can't imagine what the world will be like when they get an extra hour a day, right? Because they now know like a spreadsheet Excel hack that saves them an extra hour. You got to paint that picture for them, like seriously. And it's not that you're painting it for all the people in the world. You're painting it for saying this one person used this hack to get an hour extra with their kids on the weekend. 2 hours, 3 hours, saving them this. They're this productive. They're doing this instead of this thing that they hate. You got to sell them on that. Paint them this picture of the future. And then the other thing you got to do is make them realize they can do it too. So give them that ability to practice. Because this is what I find. And last time, think about it. Last time you changed something about yourself, like a real habit. Like this is the kind of the pressure that we're on, right? Put these people through 15 minutes of learning and now they're going to be different people. No, it's harder than that. You know this because you try and give up wine or ice cream for a month. Hard, right? Well, for some of you, but hard. So the ability to practice is actually super essential because most people, they're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I totally don't know how to use that thing in spreadsheets. Oh, look, I could save 10 hours, right? There's one more thing. Can I learn that? Do I believe that I have the ability to take the actions to get me there? Am I smart enough? I'm not an Excel person. I'm not good at math. I've tried this before. I failed. I'm not a good learner. I forget things. I got ADHD or whatever other thing that they've told themselves they have that holds them back from achieving this future. You got to let them know that they've got it. So these are the things. The content, you already got all the guides, all the content. You got that. What you got to do now is you got to sell it to them and put them through an activity or an experience that helps them realize these things. I got a gap. look at the future. This could be me. And I can achieve it. I can do that. Let me practice. Look, these decisions, I can make them. Let me practice. How do you do this? Interactive storytelling. Yep, totally. Story, decisions. You want to learn more? elearningsecrets.com. What do you think? What do you think? Isn't this awesome? This is the way to go. I know there's going to be people who are going to be attached to the other thing. That's okay. That's okay. They can stay back there, attached to their models. This is different. This is for adults who need to see the value, who need to be convinced, who have things that hold them back, and who are also going about their day really freaking busy, trying to get as much of it out of it as possible. How can we make that possible for them? This is different. We have to think about it differently. We have to approach it from a different angle. This is it. Okay? So, I hope you have found this useful, inspirational, motivational, kick butt. If you did, give me a thumbs up because that helps spread the word so we can start making some serious change. All right? Okay. And having impact. That's what I started with, right? All right. Take care, friends. And thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.